Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Clock Sports. Let's talk about playoff basketball, man. Playoff basketball. Right now, we're in the playoff basketball. To me, the best, the best series as I'm watching right now. One of the best series is the Warriors versus the Kings. We all know that. We all know the it was going to be a competitive series. We all know it was going to be a very greedy series. I mean, we all know it was going to be a series that if you want it, you got to win it by blood. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the reasons why is Mike Brown was part of their team since 2017. So he's been there for 3 championships. So he know their system. He know how they play. He know how they he know the X and O's and everything, the inside out of Steve Kerr. That's number one. He um number two, he just right now out coaching Steve Kerr. Really out coaching Steve Kerr. So there was an incident that happened in game two. We're gonna talk about it, but before we talk about it, let's give people on YouTube some analysis, some real analysis. You see, I've been watching Sacramento Kings couple games this season. You know, they've been the best team on the road, 25-16 on the road. The game one, Golden State shoot the ball really well, 48% from the field. Do everything they need to do. They still lost. Game number two, they really fight like a champ. They put everything on the line. Draymond did his whole ass stuff as he usually do. Everybody think they was gonna win. They still end up losing. Why? Because Golden State antic ain't working. His antic, Draymond Green antic is not working. Uh, um, Everything you need to know about the Warriors, they really fought like a champion in game two. They shoot the ball from the free throw line really well. They shoot the ball really well on the inside. Get a lot of rebound, get a lot of layups. I see Steph Curry drive to the basket way more because his 3 points was not really falling. But Klay Thompson 3 points was falling. But I say all of this to say, is this the end of the Warriors? Are we watching the end? To me personally, I don't think this is the end. But if I had to put a word to this, I think we're watching the end of Draymond Green. This might be the end of Draymond Green in Golden State. I mean, he stepped on the dude that was uncalled for. And Draymond Green is not a small dude. He's not Jordan Poole, who's a buck 87 or a buck 90. This is a 230, 240 pound dude. Big dude. So, you know what I'm saying? But the league seems to take egregious egregious thing on this matter. He suspended Draymond Green. So let's see what Charles and Shaq have to say about this. Let go.
It is inside the NBA at 12:38 Eastern Time.
We're going to be off at 1 o'clock.
No, we're not.
You know we're not.
Is this your first show? No, you know we're not going to be out here at 1 o'clock. There ain't nobody. There's way too much
We can talk about a lot in 20 minutes. We just do.
Yeah.
Get 5 minutes. Hey, listen, fat boy.
We've got highlights
fat
to
boy.
get to, but we start with the news from the league office that Draymond Green is suspended for Game 3 of the Memphis series. They've lost of the Sacramento series. They've lost the first 2 games of that series, and this happened in Game 2 when Draymond Green, who had his foot grabbed by Sabonis, responded by stomping on the chest of Sabonis. Flagrant 2. He's ejected.
I think that's why he got suspended right there, to be honest with you.
And-
All that history, that's my personal.
Well, and keep in mind, the commissioner was at the game, watching all this
That's not good.
go down last night as well.
I
But
forgot, you're right.
the statement from the league, the suspension was based in part on Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts. So, suspension of Draymond Green. Yes? No.
I thought the throwing him out of the game was adequate enough. By the letter of the law, by the way it looks, it's a dirty play. I'm not gonna sit up here and be a hypocrite. I would have did the same thing. Let's talk about this for a second. If you don't grab his leg, that play never happens. Just my opinion. But
Honestly, I think this play coming from Mike Brown. I think Mike Brown told them to do that so they can get Draymond out of there. Because when you come to a bully, man, you attack the bully before he attack you. So I think Mike Brown, being on the team, knows Draymond in and out. All you got to do is get him started, and then he going off. And on top of that, after he did what he did, instead of, be cool and chill, his ass was, he think he the new Bobby Brown and shit. He start acting like, oh, that's my prerogative. Like, bro, you can't be doing that. You step on somebody's chest. You could have literally break that man ribs. So, yeah, I think they did the right thing by suspending his ass.
the letter of the law looked real bad. A lot of people complained, talk about that. They knew the suspension was going to come. Again, the way it looked like a dirty play. But if you don't grab his leg, allow him to step, what else is he supposed to do?
He could have done. He didn't have to do.
Ernie.
Shaq, he didn't have to respond that way.
Well, Ernie, where he's going to land his foot?
Well, he didn't land his foot, he stomped him. There's a difference.
But his foot's in the air. What you want to stop his foot in midair and move it over? Watch the tape. No.
We have-
Watch the tape.
Yeah, I mean,
Look.
we've seen it tape.
His foot right here is up. If this foot goes up, it got to come down, right? So what you want?
But it doesn't have to come down like that.
Well, hey,
No, it doesn't.
don't grab his leg. About that.
Okay, Kenny, go ahead.
Zach, I agree with you in terms of if he never grabbed his leg, it never happened.
No, that's true.
I will say that was excessive. I will say that, he should have been ejected out the game.
He was.
And then I'll ask you this last question, Shaq, because you're a police officer.
Oh, Lord.
No, just in this regard. In this regard.
That's assault. That's assault.
No, not like that.
That's assault.
No, not like that. I'm saying the amount of times that you get pulled over for speeding is the reason why and how long your penalties are. It has nothing to do with this instance. Shaq could have done that. And he was like, I would have done it. But you don't have a history of doing that in games. I've watched you your whole career. So his history.
I wish Vlade or Scott probably would have grabbed my leg.
No, but you have a history. He has a history of it. And he has to know that. And he has to know that his history also, at one time, might have cost him an NBA championship when he got suspended. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
2016.
2016.
With the incident with LeBron.
With LeBron, and they're winning the series. He's valuable player for them. He's more valuable in 2016, but he's still a valuable player, and he should know better because of that.
Two things. I was surprised. I was surprised for the simple fact that he got tossed last night. I personally, I don't have any proof. I think his histrionics, running around the gym, doing this with the commissioner in the building, I think that's why they I think that's personally why he got suspended.
That could be part of it, just like his history of
Because
unsportsmanlike
he did the same thing. Because he did the same thing last time, running around the gym when he got tossed in Memphis, running around doing that.
That's when he took Brandon Clark.
Yeah. So I think that's like I say, I'm still surprised. But what really bothers me about this whole thing, to be honest with you,
Listen, I'm not surprised of Draymond Green do that because that's what he does. This is the same Draymond Green of 2015-2016 season who was running around, kicking people on their nuts, running around, elbow people in the dick. So this is not something new that what you saw. It's not something new. For him to be a vet, I thought as he get older, his mind will be sharper. His thinking level will be another layer. but he's still doing dumb stuff, putting the Warriors in danger. So right now, if he don't play at home, I think we can easily see the Sacramento going on get 3-0. And like I said, I didn't pick Warriors to win this series to begin with because I watched the Warriors. The Warriors has not been a consistent team. They have not been consistent on defense. They have not been consistent on offense. And those games that when what's his face got injured, Steph got injured and Poole was going crazy. Yeah, Poole was going crazy. He was taking a lot of shots. He took a lot of shots. And the shots that he took, the shot that he keep taking, they not great shots. They not winning shots. He just shot jocking. Like he shot jocking, bruh. So they need him in the playoff to make it happen because Draymond Green was never been the guy you can rely on offensively. So defensively, yes. Offensively, he have not been. So they need him, and they need the bench. They need the bench to produce because they don't have a real bench. I think this right here, to me, should make the Warriors say, you know what? Maybe it's time for us to move on from this guy because he putting us on danger, and he putting us in more danger than he help us. So we all see it last season when they were in the NBA Finals. He was more a liability than an asset. So the biggest run they made it when Draymond was on the bench. So no. I mean, this is what he does, man. Draymond always well known to do whole ass shit, you know. So let's keep going.
We're taken away from the fact that the Sacramento Kings are just kicking their ass. That's what bothers me. For the first time in a long time, the Sacramento Kings have had a fabulous season and a terrific team. And we're going to be talking about this. I don't know what's going to happen in the game the next couple nights, but what we're taking away from is the great job. We just interviewed the most clutch player in the NBA. He's going to win Coach of the Year.
De'Aaron Fox and Mike
Brown. And we're talking about this junk because let's get one thing straight. They have outplayed the Golden State Warriors
in the first two games.
Yes,
in Sacramento.
And we're not even talking about that. We're going to be talking because obviously this is going to be the number one thing.
Not only they have been outplayed, Mike Brown has outcoached Steve Kerr. He had outcoached him. You know what I'm saying? So you see Steve Kerr really not making any adjustment. It's really been throw the balls to Steph, sometimes throw it to Clay, and when the double team Steph, so now it forced Wiggins to take shots, which Wiggins is not as a great 3-point shooter. So what I think Wiggins need to do more, he need to drive to the basket, get those guys in foul trouble, get Sabonis in foul trouble, get the other dude, Monk, them, all the dudes that's coming from the bench that contribute, get them on foul trouble, and maybe we might win a game. Because if not, if they come back with the same game plan, the same thing that I saw from game 1 to game 2, they're going home. They're getting swept.
On talk shows tomorrow. It was on talk shows all day today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the question is, do you think the league will suspend him?
Yes, and like I say, I'm surprised he got suspended, but we need, man, I hate this taken away from what the Sacramento Kings are doing.
Well, no, the Kings up 2-0 in the series. Draymond Green will not play in Game 3. The league, again, saying his history of unsportsmanlike acts was part of the reasoning for that. And
this might have something to do with it, too.
Sabonis has a sternum contusion and is questionable for Game 3 against the Warriors.
This might have something to do with it, too. Because I know good and well Adam has talked to the Sacramento Kings. Now, this will really.
When he talked, I don't think he talked to Sacramento.
Of course, he's talked to Sacramento
about what his health is.
Yes,
I'm not worried about that.
Yes, of course he is.
As a commissioner, he's not worried.
Of course he is. In fact, if this kid is not able to play in Game 3,
he's not basing his decision.
I'm not. I'm just telling. Well, this is my opinion. I can have my opinion. I think when you put that up there, now it starts like if Sabonis cannot play, it makes the suspension really look like the right thing to do, in my opinion.
What if you...
Like I was saying, man, I think Mike Brown got something to do with this. And, you know, Mike Brown has something to do with this. I think Mike Brown probably the one who told them, hey, go ahead, grab Draymond's leg, get him in the foul trouble, get him out of there. And, you know, which they did their part. And I think the suspension is the right thing for Draymond Green because he well knows he's right now, like I said, Draymond Green he more be a problem than a solution. So the Warriors need him right now because Steph cannot guard the Aaron Fox, Steph cannot guard the Malik Monk. Those point guards they have. Sacramento is him. They him. Okay? So I'm going to leave it like that, man. If you like this content, you know what to do. Peace.